Hello and welcome to week 29 of the Country Garden Crochet Along, and this week we're going to be finishing our bi-stitch panel. So it's the same stitch as last week, we're just using more different colours. So let's go finish that panel. Okay, so last week I finished with this lilac row, and I cut off the lilac but kept the green attached. So I'm going to start this week with a chain one, just to secure the lilac in place so that we can turn. Just turn everything around. So we're going to be carrying on in the same pattern as last week. Exactly the same, but I'll just give you a refresher. So we're going to be doing up to row 19 this week, but only up to 18 is in the pattern of this stitch. Okay, so I've done my chain one, and now I'm going to make a single crochet in each stitch across. So make a single crochet in the first stitch. Remember, you're working into the two loops of the contrasting colour from the row below. So the green is our main colour, and then we're using the different other colours as a contrasting colour. So nice and easy. So this is row 10, and it's just single crochet in every stitch across, making sure you go through both those loops of the contrasting colour. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I shall come back and remind you how we make the bicolor stitch. Okay, so I've got to the end of the row of single crochet, I've done my last stitch there, and I'm going to turn. Okay, so I'm going to chain one, I'm going to start a single crochet in the first stitch. Okay, so the last two loops on my hook are the same colour at the minute, which means your first single crochet of every bicolor stitch row will always look like a plain single crochet. That's perfectly normal. I'm going to bring in my contrasting colour and pull through those last two loops. Okay, so this is where we start the bicolor stitch again. Okay, so I tend to hold my contrasting colour in my hand as I normally would, and then just have the green floating below. So into the next stitch, just give that green a tug to make sure it's nice and taut, and then pull up a loop. And you want to try and keep the contrasting colour loose. You want these top two loops to be a bit looser, because it is like a slip stitch, so it can end up being a bit tight if you're not careful. And then repeat across the row. So I just give that green a little tug before I pull it through, and then hook up over with the contrasting colour and pull through. Give the green a little tug and into the next stitch. So exactly the same as last week. So this is row 11, and we're going to do up to row 18 in this stitch. So row 18 is going to be a row of single crochet. Row 19 is going to be another row of single crochet in the green. Okay, so you'll find all of this week's colours in the description below the video, or in the written pattern, the link to which is also in the description of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up to row 18, and then I'll come back and show you row 19. Okay, so I finished row 18, and after this row you should be facing on the front of your blanket again. See what lovely little flowers are. If I turn over, it just looks like rose. It's almost a knitted look on this side. And we've got these lovely spots of colour on the front. So we need to do one last row, row 19, and it's just a single crochet row. So after you've turned, you chain one, and then single crochet in the first stitch, and then single crochet in every stitch across. And that's it for row 19. Just a nice simple single crochet row to finish us off. And that will bring us to the right stitch count. So once you finish row 19, you can cut off and weave in all your ends. And that will be it for this week. So this is the last of our panels, and next week we're going to be moving on to the squares or the rectangles to fill our corners. Okay, so that's it from me for this week, and I shall see you next week for the next piece. Bye for now.